So being that we're back on TikTok, I just wanted to talk about this movie Deliver Us from Eva real quick. So it's basically starring Gabrielle Union and LL Cool J. And it's basically about four sisters that lost their parents at a young age. I don't think they ever said what age that the parents passed at. Well, what age they were when the parents passed at. But they basically been helping each other raise each other and been putting money towards a trust fund for when they get older. And I think in times of emergencies or some shit like that. I don't remember specifically why they had that trust fund, but it makes sense. And I think to put some of the sisters through college, I don't know, I'm not gonna go into detail because they never went into detail about that trust fund. So but the three women behind Gabrielle Union, they're in a relationship with the men behind LL Cool J, right? And I can't remember who's married and who's not, so we're just gonna say they're husbands, because I think two out of the three of them are married. But basically, the husbands feel some type of way about Eva because they feel like Eva is too involved in the sisters' lives, and the sisters put Eva before them. Which, I mean, now that I'm older, let me not say now that I'm older, because I was feeling like this up until I started watching it yesterday, and my feelings kind of started changing. Before, I felt like at the end of the day, yes, Eva might have been too in their relationship, that's their sister, which I still okay, let me just explain how I feel after, right? So they basically try to hook her up so that they could get her away from the sisters as far as possible, in a way. So they see LL in a bar because the sisters and Gabrielle kicked the boys out of the house, I think, because they wanted to use the living room to do their book club and then watch a movie after. So they see LL Cool J, they hire him, they tell him to make her fall in love, do this, that, and the third, so that they can, be together and shit like that. So fast forward, everything is kind of going good between Eva and Raymond, I think his name. Yeah, Raymond. But we just don't call him Ray. So everything is going good. At first, she wasn't really feeling him, but then she ended up started warming up to him. And then so she was supposed to take a job before all of this happened. She was supposed to take a job not Carolina, in Chicago. She took it, but then she was gonna turn it down because she started falling for Ray and was gonna decide to stay. I forgot where the hell they were at. We just gonna say Atlanta. I don't remember. So the husbands, they get fucking tight, right? So then they decide, you know what, let's make it seem like he ended up passing away so that she could go take that job offer and everything will be fine. And they chain him up and they literally go down to the hairdresser, tell her, and to the point where she creates a whole funeral for him, because just like how they didn't have any parents, he didn't have anybody either that he was really tied to, for real, because he was doing from job to job to job and just fucking bitches. So after that, he ends up breaking free, going to the funeral, confessing everything. She knocks him out, decides to take the job offer, and in the end, he basically follows her down to Chicago and they live happily ever after. She forgives him and shit like that. End of movie, right? My opinion. Okay, so let me tell y'all how I feel. Don't chew me up in the comments, but I personally feel I understand that they feel that the sisters would literally put Eva in front of them, which technically it's gonna play into what I'm about to say next. But I personally feel okay, yes, y'all feel some type of way, but y'all really gotta understand that these women are all each other have, and they literally lost both parents, right? Rightfully so. At the end of the day, like I said, they're all each other has. But I personally feel it's not Eva's place to go and put herself in their business, because there was a scene where Megan Good's character and her boyfriend, the one in the blue tracksuit, they was about to get freaky, and Eva had a key and literally barged in and just sat on the bed and started talking to the sister while she was low-key still on top of him. Bitch, can you get the fuck out? Girl, read the fucking room. But you see, a part of me doesn't it's Eva is 50% part to blame, because girl, why are you giving your sister a key to your house that you live with your husband in? She should not have that key. And all right, you gave her the key already, right? Emergencies only. I feel like she definitely should call at least and be like, hey, I'm coming over, this, that, and the third, and then just play by ear and just go by there. Like, and if I'm gonna be honest with you, a part of me feels like it really was not that deep, and it was some nigga that she was gonna talk to her about. No shade. And another situation where the sister in the back, the light skinned one, right? She was married to the light skinned man in the back, right? And they're at her house, and he's out there like drinking and stuff like that. He's drinking like one glass, and apparently to her, he stress drinks. Like, if he's under pressure, the first thing he'll do is pick up a glass. So then Eva goes, oh well, basically implying that his dad had a drinking problem, and you don't want your kids to have those problems. Like, girl, mind your fucking business. Let her handle it however she wants to handle it. But I definitely understand, like I said, I definitely understand like where they're coming from, but I personally wouldn't have done what the men did and like go try to hook her up with somebody and then pay them and do all that extra shit and make it seem like he ended up dying and ended up causing even emotional distress. Like, and then the thing that really like blew me at the end was their husbands did all of this and hurt their sister, and they decided to still stay with them. And oh, there was two husbands, the light skinned one in the back and the one in the blue tracksuit. The one in the middle behind LL Cool J, he ended up proposing after that whole situation happened, and Eva congratulated them. And I'm just like, the times that y'all supposed to like be behind Eva, y'all not behind her for real. You know, like y'all should not. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like she should not be so involved in y'all life. Like y'all still be close, because y'all are all each other has. But as far as like popping up to y'all house unannounced, giving her advice, like give her advice, but she should take what Eva says with a grain of fucking salt. Just be like, okay, don't. It was just a fucking lot.